Hello, it's me, Jobby. I hope you like Mario, because I'm going to shove this impression down your throat. Super Mario is a video game franchise by Nintendo. And if you play video games and you haven't heard of the fat Italian plumber from the Mushroom Kingdom, unsubscribe. WAHOO! Just kidding, don't do that. The Mario franchise has been going on for over 30 years. A little shorter if you forget about the Dark Ages. And everyone and their grandma has done a YouTube video about him. So I'm not gonna sit here and claim that I can add anything new to the Mario discussion. But what I won't do is make up a story about how he was my childhood hero and he saved my mom from cancer. I don't know what these guys talk about. To be perfectly honest, I did not grow up with Mario. Growing up, I was more of a Sony PlayStation 1 kid. And my Mario was Crash Bandicoot. So I missed the boat on a bunch of games that people consider to be classics. I believe the first Mario game that I ever played, not counting Super Smash Bros. Because I actually grew up with that, was the Super Mario All-Stars collection for the SNES. And after playing through that, it opened my mind to a whole new world of games that I missed out on. And now I can safely say that I am a Mario fan. I understand why this franchise has stood the test of time. I mean, the standard for Mario games is set so high that even 3D Land is considered a bad game in some circles. And that is a fantastic game, get out of my house. But other than the games themselves, there's something else that really drew me to Mario as a character. And that's gotta be his voice actor, Charles Martinet. What a beautiful gift to humanity. If you're ever in a bad mood and you need some cheering up, I suggest searching up JobbytheHong, Charles Martinet. Watching this man speak about his role and throwing out the Mario voice so effortlessly, it's an inspiration. Literally an inspiration. Charles Martinet is one of the reasons why I want to get into the voice acting industry, even though my catalog of perverse videos will prevent me from doing so. But a man can dream. Now this little Mario retrospective has been going on for a little while now, but that's only because the SH Figuarts Super Mario is a very simple figure with not much to talk about, and I gotta pad out the length of this video somehow. But without further ado, let's go! The painting and the sculpting on this figure is fantastic. The figure is a very good recreation of how Mario appears in most modern 3D games. The shapes are rounded and friendly, and his shoes are shined to perfection. And on the subject of the paint, nothing too fancy, but it's very clean and very durable, which means you can be a little bit rough with him. And his head sculpt is great, but the more I look at it, the more unnerving it seems to feel. Maybe it's because the face sculpt brings to attention the sheer size of his schnoz, mamma mia. But I think the main problem with the face is that you don't have the option to change it. Yes, disappointingly for a SH Figuarts figure, this guy does not come with alternate faces, which is a shame. Mario is a pretty emotive character. Wasted opportunity here. And that really brings me to my main complaint about this figure. He doesn't come with that many accessories. There's no alternate hands, but you do get a mushroom, which is very satisfying to hold. You get a shiny gold coin, a little stand to plug the coin into, and a question block. Don't get me wrong, these are very cool accessories, and if you introduce the few Bandai Tamashii Nations stands, you can get some pretty cool compositions. As a side note, the back of Mario does detach, and I'm assuming you're supposed to stick some sort of stand attachment in there, because this gaping hole does nothing for me, so I just do it the old-fashioned way. Also, there's a little hole in the block that obviously plugs into something, but not the stands that I currently have, so I just used a bit of the sticky tack to get this block to stick. As for the top of the block, there's no attachment point, so if you're putting the coin or the mushroom on there, just balance it properly. What's even more disappointing than the lack of accessories is the fact that there is more accessories for this figure, they're just sold separately. There's a lot of what's basically expansion packs for this figure, and they all come with pretty cool stuff. Not to mention the fact that each of these sets cost at least 20 bucks, so if you're a Mario fan and you wanted a fully rounded Mario set, you'd be looking at... oh no! At least the figure has pretty good Yahoo! Ball joint at the head, can look up that far and look down that far. Rotation at the arm moves out. Bend at the elbow. Yahoo! Rotation at the leg, can move back that far. Alright spread. Swivel here. Bend at the knee. Ball joint at the ankle, which allows for an okay pivot. Posability is also a bit disappointing, but it's not terrible. An extra pair of hands and an extra few faces would make this figure a lot more expressive. Also no waist swivel. What the fuck? The figure's also quite small, which might also be a disappointment when you consider his price point. But now let's do some size comparisons. Sigma Monica Kaname, SH Monster Arts Godzilla, Masterpiece Optimus Prime, and a fellow Super Smash character, Figma Link. If you need to hire some voice talent, please contact me through my social media. I'm very broke. Overall, this figure is pretty good. WAHOO! But it's sorely missing necessary accessories. But if you're a Mario fan and you're looking for a posable figure, this is probably your best bet. And if you wanted your own SH Figuarts Mario, why not get him at the Lunar Toy Store? Mamma mia, get it together. But at least they have the Fire Mario in stock. Again, Lunar Toy Store did not give me this figure, but I feel the need to plug them every chance I get. They'll sponsor me again soon, I promise. If you like this toy review, give me a like, comment, and subscribe. WAHOO! Come on, step it up! Jobby's my name, speed's my game. Put it in my head.